Welcome back to the GSM workshop. Today's project work is to take off the suspension arms on the Volkswagen bus. The reason for that is they cracked, and you can see it in here I'm pointing out, the cracked rubber boots around the ball joints, top and bottom ones. They're really worn and they're loose. So to do that, I've got to take the arms off. Not a hard job. Looking at the Bentley manual, it looks easier on the Bentley manual than it really is in reality. I'm going to do the bottom one first. That's a little bit easier. Tools needed is your trusty penetrating oil. I've already given these a soak a couple of days ago, so another soak won't hurt. You need a 19mm wrench, and you should also have an Allen key as well that will fit in here. Let me just get you a bit more around there. There we go. So, without further ado, let's give this a try. Now, they normally are quite tight. I have this bar I use. Just going to get myself set up with it. Go all the way around. There we go. Actually pretty close to the camera this is, but anyway, give this a turn. Normally this is a lock nut, and you would slacken that off and use the Allen key to go in there. Now, because this is quite rusty, the whole bit comes out together. All you have there is the locking pin. Just put that to one side, and this should just pull straight out, and it does. There you go. There it goes. Lots of grease, which is good. Just put that to one side. And you can see your torsion bars in here now. So it is easy, except the top one. Because you got it, you can see it okay. There's a bump stop here, rubber one, and it's slightly under tension. I can just show you. Let me just see it moving. Oh, excuse me. So what I do is I put some of this under. Ideally, I guess you would take this out, but I am so rusty inside of here, I cannot get the spring clip out without breaking it. So I have to use a hammer and tap it out again. Take this top one off. Let's just lift you up a little bit here. There we go. And I undo this. These aren't too tight. And these come out pretty, because I already have dumped this up in penetrating oil. And that one's out, as you can see. Put that somewhere safe. Unlike the other one, this will pull out because of the tension. So you have to knock it out. So I don't know if it'll help if I lifted it a little bit. I'll see. Just take some tension off. Sorry about the noise, but it is coming out. As soon as we come, as I lift it off the poster, it comes out easier. Okay, we're getting there slowly. I'm kind of running out of space to lift it. There it goes. So I guess ideally, to put this back in, I'm going to have to take off this rubber bump stop. So this just comes out, lots of grease, good. And again, you can see the torsion bars in there. Kind of an interesting setup. Now, you've got to keep this really clean. I'm going to put a rag over it in a minute. So I'm just going to pause you, and I will show you the next stage. Welcome back to the next stage. I'm just going to show you on this one. Where are we? Here we are. Just how bad these joints were, and they're terribly loose as well. And it's all cracked up on this one side. And there's the other one. And you can see, this is just literally, you can see in there, it's gone. So this part here has to come off. And I'll show that in a second as well. This is like the camber adjustment for the camber. I'll just get that one out of the way. And I'm going to be, and these are the ones I've already done. As you can see, I've painted them up. I sandblasted, painted, and I have the new ball joints in. Now, if you don't have a 20-ton press, you're not going to be able to do this on your own. I tried on my 12-ton press, and they would not move out. The idea is they push out from this side here to get out. Now, it's extremely hard. I'll show you what I'm going to do to the old ones, but in effect, I'll bring this one back. I cut this off, I pull the rubber out of the way, and I grind off the flange that it goes up against on the suspension arm. Okay, so don't be scared at this next part. These are no good, so you cannot damage them anymore. So I take off the rubber first, and there's a clip. I don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing here. There's a clip started. I can probably just pull this clip off, and it's so rusty, it's just going to bend off. And that's the clip that holds the rubber boot around there. Now this, there is another clip on the top here, but if you have to take it off, you can. Not much to it. There it goes. Take that out of the way. So that's just a clip. Now remember how this goes, because when you do the new ones, this it's going to be a reverse procedure. Now we have to pry off the old boot. Again, is of no use at all right now. It's pretty cracked up and grungy. And you can actually see inside now how it works. Now there is an important thing. There's more movement this way than there is this way. When you reassemble these, and I'll show it when I do it, there's a groove here. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. Where are we? That's a bit better. You can't really see it, but there's a groove here on the ball joint, and there's a little notch on the casting both sides on the arm, and you have to line those up when you put it back together, so you get this full movement going this way. Very important. If you don't do that, you're in kind of a trouble. Now the next job, which may be off camera, is to grind off this flange here. And the way I do it is I just use a thin cutter on my angle grinder, and I just grind it off. Perhaps I will show you that as I'm moving along here. So far, that's progress so far. The other thing is, while I'm looking at it, this is the bolt that holds the sway bar on, or anti-roll bar if you're in the UK. This will just press out that way. Then you can clean it all up. I normally get a big hammer and just smack it one and it comes out, or you can use a press as well. Okay, let me get this reset up, and I'll show you the grinding of getting this, the next stage, ready to take it to the shop to get it pressed out. Okay, a few minutes later, I think Steve, the smoke coming off the burnt grease. I've got it to this stage here, where I ground off this, because the less height you got to do when you press it, the better. And I ground off that flange all the way around. And now the machine shop can put like a socket or a ring over there to get that out. Get out of the sun here a minute. So, yeah, be careful grinding the flange off. You don't want to be touching this too much. Now it's ready to go to the machine shop to be pressed out, which I'll probably do tomorrow. Get that done and out of the way. And what I'll do then is I'll show you how I press them in on my 12-ton press. I can do that on my 12-ton. That might be another video. So on the next one, I got to get off that large taper with a camber off. And I'll show you how I do that. Okay, this is the next one. Let me just wipe off the grease off the end of this shaft. Don't want to be getting that all over me just yet. Oh, there's a dust seal. Okay, that's good enough. Wipe some grease off my gloves. Gets everywhere. Anyway, so now what we got? What can I show you? Where am I in my video? Here we are. So same thing is to get the where are we? Get the pin off around here. There it is. Again, it's all rusty and nasty. It's gonna wreck it getting it off. That's off. Now there's a couple of options here I can do. Ideally, I want to put a press on here and just press it out. And to do that, what I might do is actually I might just cut this off straight away, and then it's out of the way. try and get some of this old rubber boot which is stuck on out of the way. And this ball joint is totally gone. This would not have been safe to be driving. Where are you? I'm getting a little bit closer here. Excuse me. It's full of crud. Look at it. It's just, yeah, nasty. And you can feel it grinding. This is no good at all. So let me grind this off, and I'll see if I can just bash out the adapter for the camber off here. Okay, so far so good. Okay, I've cut the ball joint off there. Where are we? Sorry. I just cut it off. I say we're not going to damage anything. The next stage is to get this adapter sleeve off. And for that, I use one of these bearing separators to do that. Now there's two ways I can try this. I can put it on my press and try, or I just smack it with a hammer. Question is, would you like to see me smack it with a hammer first? I'm sure you would. Let's give it a try. Leave my camera here set up on the bench. My vise is behind me. Get this fairly tight by hand. And it's always wise to put the nut back on, because when it does let go, it lets go hard. Trust me, I know that from experience. Okay. Everything's all nice and tight. And I'll just put the camera over a new position. Excuse my hands while I reposition. Going to be over there somewhere. I can, as far as I can zoom in, let's try, see how this works. So I have my vise open up enough to do that. I want to get a bigger hammer. Try this first. There it goes. A few good taps. I'll come back. Reposition the camera, and I will show you. Let's take it out of here. These little bearing separators are worth their weight in gold. There it goes. Okay, now you can see it separated. Take the nut off. So like I said, the nut saves it from just flying everywhere. That's my top bit today, and that is the camber adjustment. And you can see it is offset. And this goes on the top ball joint. All right, that's it for this little set so far. Part 2 will be with me putting it all back together again on my press. I'm not too sure how quick they could press it out for me, so that's the other thing. So anyway, thank you for watching so far. Well, let me just show you the bits that came off as well. So I'll just bring this up and around, and there is a rusty looking spindle which will be sandblasted and cleaned up. There is the backing plate for the rotor to keep all the gravel and stuff off. And there is a rusty looking caliper. They do work, actually, still work. So, and there's the lower suspension arm. That's what I've taken off. Thank you for watching so far. If you like this video, please like it, comment, and we'll be back soon with the next part 2 of this.